Want to be scared? Our story begins in Minnesota and travels across the continent as a flap of UFO sightings have occurred. Our group of investigators try to get to the truth of the matter. Is it really aliens from outer space or just missed sightings? You be the judge.
It all began in June 1996 with a rare daylight sighting of a silver dish-shaped object in the sky over Syracuse, New York.
Hey Adam, what's happening? Hey, what's wrong? Something happened at school today or something? What's wrong?
It's like the weirdest thing happened. I was going to bed and then I heard this weird noise. And I looked out my window. There was this like weird object, had lights around it, and it was going like, it was like crisscrossing. And then I saw one little window and it was purplish yellow, and it had like lights on it too. It was real weird.
You must have been dreaming. Are you talking about a spaceship?
Yes, I'm not lying. It was true. I'm serious about this, man.
There's no such thing as spaceships or anything like that.
How do you know? I was the one who saw it last night. It was real. It was a real flying spaceship. It was awesome. The lights were real beautiful. It was awesome. It was the awesomest thing I've seen in my life.
Yeah, but there's no such thing. I've been watching too many movies, too many science fiction movies. It's got all that alien stuff.
I've never watched a science fiction movie in my whole life. So how can you be saying I'm dreaming this?
Hey guys, what are you guys arguing about?
Well, he says he saw some spaceship last night.
Spaceship.
I did. It was outside my window. It was right in front of my window. Real, right outside of my window.
We were outside playing tennis, and we saw this thing. I don't know what it looked like, but Mike thinks it looks like a spaceship. Come on.
Let's go. Oh, so shut up. It's probably just.
Oh yeah. You know what? Adam was just talking about some dream or something he had last night about some spaceship, and now you guys. I'll believe it when I see it.
Then let's go.
Just beyond the hill up there. Oh, we saw it up there. There it is.
Where?
Over there.
Oh my gosh! My gosh, I see it! Look! Look at all those lights! Oh gosh! I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, man, look at that. I've never seen anything like that. Me neither. That's cool.
That's the same one I told you about last night, exactly.
Yeah, it's the same one me and Mike saw just a while ago. Hey, look at it. It just went beyond that cloud.
Why'd you stop the game, John? I don't see anything.
Right over those clouds. The spaceship, it's gray.
Oh, look at it! It's silver. It's zooming across the sky. Too, let's go tell our parents.
No, wait a minute. We have to go tell the police first.
Meanwhile, that evening in a suburban home in Syracuse, New York, a family watches the 10 o'clock news.
Good evening, Mrs. Rain.
Hey, honey, the 10 o'clock news is on. Maybe they'll have something about UFO sightings.
Okay, I'll be there in just a second. Yeah, I heard something about that was when I was watching the soaps today.
Clock Action News. Our top story tonight, thousands of Syracuse residents will be watching the night sky following hundreds of reports in the past several nights of glowing dish-shaped objects that streak across the dark sky. In addition, dozens of daylight UFO sightings poured in this afternoon by excited, and in some cases terrified citizens. For more on this story, let's join reporter Sherry James. Take it away, Sherry.
Last night throughout Syracuse and neighboring suburbs, armed with video cameras and binoculars, residents, workers on the way to the graveyard shift, and even police were scanning the clear night sky to catch a glimpse of the unexplained flying phenomenon. Reporter Skip Thomas caught up with 3 local women who related their strange observations.
Thank you, Sherry. We're here in the home of Mary Adams with a live report of UFO sightings by Mrs. Adams, Millie Miller, and Tina Madonna. Ladies, where were you when the sightings took place?
Park, right? Yeah, birthday party.
Which park was this?
CF Holiday Park.
CF Holiday, okay, that's located at the northeast side of Syracuse.
Correct.
What was taking place and what caused you to, first of all, see this?
Let me tell you.
Okay.
I looked up in the sky.
No. It was that little kid that pointed up there. He saw it first. He saw it first.
Well, he told me, and I looked up in the sky, and I thought it was advertisement, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't believe it. It wasn't advertisement. I told you.
Sure. Right.
I told you.
Yeah, I said that's not advertisement.
So a kid called your attention to the object?
Well, he was pointing up, and we all looked over. What is he looking at? We look, and there it was. Do you remember, girls? Big. A silver flying saucer. Well, there were some colors, yes, silver, but there were some colors on the bottom, like lights.
I thought it was an airplane, you know? It couldn't be, you know.
Okay. First of all, what time of day was it?
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Total...
It was very sunny.
Okay, daylight, very sunny. Okay, cloud coverage was
no
a lot of clouds.
Blue skies, beautiful.
Any small white cumulus clouds?
No, not at all. It
no
was
clouds
just blue.
whatsoever. Okay,
completely.
so it couldn't have been anything hiding.
Clear.
No way. It was something I've never seen before.
Okay, color.
And it was spinning. It was spinning so fast. Oh, it was going.
Left to right then.
Right
Let's
to
start
left.
that.
It was just spinning.
Left to right?
Yeah, right to left.
The entire object was spinning?
Yes.
Or just
Wasn't there
the
that
bottom
beam
part
that
of
came
it?
down? Didn't you see that beam that came down from it? Which came back and forth.
A beam came from the object.
And it got my baby! My baby!
You know, that's a bunch of bull.
Compared to a commercial airplane that you see fly overhead in the sky all the time, how can you describe it? Or the moon. When you see the moon in the sky?
It was about half the size of the moon.
Okay. From that I can judge and determine the length of it. Color-wise, was there any color to the object?
I just saw silver. That's all I saw.
Ms. Madonna?
Oh, it was silver and it was shining out. All these lights, just like an aura. I mean, it was just shooting lights all over. It was spinning. I mean, I went crazy when I saw it. It was unbelievable. It was just, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I had to drink.
Did the object leave any type of vapor
UFO.
trail left by the object as it went across the sky?
Nothing at all. No.
Any other description of the object or the circumstances you'd like to tell me?
Well, one thing that I thought was very strange was it just hovered over us, like it was looking at us. And it wasn't moving, just hovering.
It just scared me, you know.
Yeah, I did that for about 2 seconds and took off.
Prior to it taking off.
I thought it was going to kidnap one of our kids. I really thought.
Well, you watched too many of those monster movies.
This is Skip Thomas reporting for Action News. Now back to you, Randy, at the News Center desk.
On a more serious note, reporter Willard Thompson spoke with Professor Dave Henderson, noted UFO investigator. Willard?
This is Willard Thompson from Channel 32 Action News. We've have an opportunity to talk with Dr. David Henderson, paranormal investigator, concerning the recent rash of UFO sightings in the Syracuse area. Dr. Henderson, we thank you for giving us a chance to talk to you in your home tonight and giving us the time.
Thank you, Willard.
Dr. Henderson, the papers and the news has been filled the last several days with the reports of the UFO sightings. Can you tell us what you know up to this point?
Yes, Willard, I'd be glad to. Our team of investigators have been deluged with over 175 reports from citizens of Syracuse about these UFO sightings in the recent days. We've taken ample time to interview each individual to get their stories.
How many people have you talked to yourself?
Personally, 57.
57 people, and these were actually people that have seen this object in the sky?
That's correct. People from all walks of life, different occupations, different ages, ranging from teenagers all the way to senior citizens. The sightings have taken place not only in the daytime, but all hours of the night.
Is this sighting any different from any others you've investigated?
No, not at all, Willard. As a matter of fact, the discs that they're describing fit the norm or the standard size, color, speed of UFOs we've been investigating over the last 20 years.
I see. Did you actually see the object yourself?
No, I've only been here in Syracuse for the past several days. We have attempted to, some of our teams have been out at nighttime in some of the areas where these sightings have taken place, but we have not actually viewed one ourselves. I must say we've got some very consistent reports from your citizens. We also have some very credible reports. In other words, some of the witnesses that have had these sightings have been policemen and military aircraft flyers. So we've got some very, very credible reports in our hands here.
Based on your prior experience, do you think this was a UFO or was this just something in the sky?
Willard, one thing is for certain at this point in time is that the fine citizens of this city are definitely viewing an object or objects of unknown origin at this time. What's really unique about this is usually you get a variety of nighttime unexplained phenomena, but many of your reports have actually been of daylight disc sightings, and that's very unusual.
How long will you be staying in the Syracuse area?
As long as it takes to unravel this mystery.
Dr. Anderson, we thank you for spending time with us, and we hope to hear from you concerning the results of this.
Hey Willard, one final point if I might say so. If the viewers will take note of the phone number on the screen right now, we'd ask you to please call that number anytime, day or night. And as soon as there is a sighting taking place, to give our investigation team ample time not only to interview you, but to perhaps get the sighting ourselves on tape.
Thank you for your time, Dr. Henderson.
Thank you, Willard.
Thank you, Willard, for that update. In other local news, the Anderson Tire Factory, which employs 6...
Well, you know, listen to this guy. There may be some credibility to this story. Of course, normally I don't trust anybody with no hair on their head.
Claude, hi, this is Dave Henderson. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Hey, listen, I'm going to head down to Washington, D.C. now, pick up Clyde there, and we're going to talk briefly with the UN Security Council. Yeah, that's right. Then we'll rendezvous with you in West Virginia here in 0800 hours. Yeah, they went hook, line, and sinker on the decoy. Well, everyone's going to be watching the night skies here in Syracuse for UFOs. I'm going to be sneaking out of here in a few minutes and pick up Clyde. Yep, just like planned. We'll be in touch.
After Professor Dave Henderson leaves Syracuse, New York during the early hours of the morning, he picks up fellow paranormal investigator associate Dr. Clyde Golden. Together they drive all night long until they reach the United Nations building in New York City. Disguised as tourists, they enter the United Nations building for a top-secret meeting. Hello, General. May we enter? Thank you.
I hope your decoy was successful.
Yes, it was, General.
The citizens in Syracuse have been searching the night skies.
In fact, the whole northeast part of the United States is intrigued by what is going on in Syracuse.
In fact, General, while all the national attention is focused there,
we'll be able to accomplish our top-secret mission without interference.
Correct, gentlemen. The success of our operation is imperative. It must be accomplished with no interference. National security, or for that matter, the security of the future of this planet, is at stake.
Our next step, General, is everything still on course as planned?
Yes. Proceed to southeastern West Virginia. It is vital that you are not recognized or give any clues to your mission.
Don't worry, General. No one will suspect that the U-Haul truck we're driving is in reality a communications center.
Yes, we will contact Dr. Claude Clark at 0900 hours as prearranged and obtain the coordinates for our secret rendezvous from him.
Gentlemen, as you know, the UFO mystery has been in the public eye since the late 1940s, when pilot Kenneth Arnold, flying his airplane from Yakima, Washington to Pendleton, Oregon, spotted 7 dish-shaped wingless rockets, whereas the media labeled them flying saucers, coming out of the Cascade Mountain ranges and flying at incredible speed towards Mount St. Helens. Also, the Roswell, New Mexico UFO crash in 1947 brought national attention to the UFO scene. Although we covered it up by saying it was only a crashed weather balloon. The public soon forgot about the incident, but little did they know that the incident was real. There really was a saucer crash in New Mexico. The saucer debris and the bodies of 4 aliens, one who remained alive and in captivity for 14 hours, were flown to Shepherd Air Force Base in Texas and then transferred to Wright Field in Dayton, Ohio. This was the first evidence, the first realization that there was life beyond our planet. Even President Roosevelt and President Truman were not aware of this incredible discovery. President Eisenhower was the first to be made aware of this revelation, and he realized the gravity of the situation, the panic it could cause if the secret were revealed. It was of utmost importance that the American people and the world were not aware of this fact, the fact that we are not alone. Our top secret National Security Committee here in the United Nations have been able to keep the lid on this fabulous secret for nearly 5 decades. Although UFOs are still in the public eye, our military and civilian plans have passed on enough misinformation that professional UFO researchers are confused, frustrated, a non-cohesive group, always bickering and accomplishing nothing to substantiate that UFOs are real. Even the national gossip tabloids like the National Star and the National Enquirer aid in our deception and cover-up by printing unbelievable, fictitious UFO encounters with stupid stories as humans giving birth to alien babies. Our top secret work has been ongoing for nearly 50 years. Technology gained from the crash saucer in Roswell, New Mexico has given us invaluable, incredible advances in the air powers such as our disc-shaped stealth fighters and numerous other top secret aircraft that are being test flown all over the time, unaware by the general public. Ironically, often too many of these newly designed military aircraft, when flown under the cover of darkness, are seen by the public and are labeled UFOs.
General, if I may be so bold to ask, what did the autopsies of the aliens reveal?
Remarkable findings. The height of the aliens ranged from 3 to 4 feet. They had long, tapered fingers, 4, not 5, a large head, 2 dark black oval-shaped eyes, no discernible nose other than 2 small openings where a human's nose could have been, a small slit for a mouth with no lips. There were small, ear-like apertures on each side of the head, only set real low on the same level as the mouth slit.
Did the aliens have blood like humans?
No. The autopsies revealed a greenish fluid, but not at all like human blood, and definitely not a life-sustaining body fluid. The alien skin was thin and pliable. There was an unusual round-shaped slit, or a capped opening on each arm around the wrist area, where our scientists and medical experts believed each alien received some kind of doses of liquid life-sustaining treatment, or refueling process, quote-unquote, for the lack of a better term.
General, what are the autopsy findings concerning the internal organs of the aliens and the brain?
The aliens are basically void of internal organs that humans possess. However, what is most bizarre and intriguing is that several components of the brain are very similar to human beings. That is a mystery. Why is the brain somewhat similar to humans, but the other physical parts of the alien anatomy are so different?
Why was our paranormal investigating team, a civilian team, selected to be part of this highly selective, secretive mission?
The advanced aerial technology gained from the crash saucer and the knowledge gained from the autopsies, we have never come close to accomplishing one vital piece of the UFO puzzle in the past 50 years.
The UFO puzzle?
Which is?
Actual communication with the aliens, to find out where they come from and why they are here. You, the paranormal investigative team, were selected for several reasons. First, your associate, Dr. Claude Clark, is one of the top civilian UFO experts in the world, if not the best, and is most respected for his investigative work and his theories. Secondly, you, Dr. Golden, possess remarkable mental and telepathy powers. We feel with your education, training, and knowledge in general on UFOs would be our medium, our contact to communicate with aliens from another world. Lastly, your paranormal investigative team is well respected, very credible, very visible, always in the news. You carry weight not only in the scientific community, but could sway public opinion. We felt we must cooperate together because your organization inadvertently threatened the very secret we tried to hide from the public for 50 years. We are aware of what you had discovered from several revealing UFO investigations. The female from Texas you put under regressive hypnosis concerning her abduction, and the disenchanted former high-ranking Air Force pilot, who revealed to you what he observed.
How could you have possibly found out about our private investigations? No one could have possibly known about our cases.
We have agents and informants everywhere. We have monitored 2 organizations and investigators closely since 1947. Even respected groups such as yourself who delve into unusual phenomena other than just UFOs. Yes, Dr. Golden, national security comes first. And we simply cannot overlook a single stone that might leak out the fact that aliens are among us. Yes, the paranormal investigator team was coming too close for comfort, coming too close to discovering the truth. And with your organization's credibility and being nationally known, celebrities through your worldwide investigations into the unknown felt it was time to stop you, silence you, and make you a part of our secret team. I appreciate your cooperation and obedience thus far with the Syracuse decoy without really knowing the entire scheme behind your involvement. I just spoke with the President of the United States, and he is pleased with the initial phase of this project.
So together, we will work together to communicate with aliens from outer space?
Affirmative. That is our goal. Now, Dr. Golden and Professor Henderson, it is time for you to depart on your mission. As you leave the United Nations, continue to act like tourists so as not to attract undue attention and begin your journey into West Virginia. Good luck, gentlemen.
Dr. Gold and I left the United Nations building to begin our undercover assignment and head to the state of West Virginia. Little did we realize at that time how things would take dramatic twists from what we expected. Ten hours later, we arrived at the outskirts of Charleston, West Virginia. Little did the public realize that our U-Haul was in reality a disguised NASA communications center. Without being observed, Dr. Wolfe the U-Haul communications center.
Clyde, could you go ahead and contact Claude and let him know we're in West Virginia?
Yeah, okay. Calling Dr. Clark. Dr. Clark, come in. Dr. Clark, come in. Dr. Clark.
Yes, Dr. Gold, this is Dr. Clark. Now, how did the meeting go at the UN?
Yeah, the meeting was a success. Our informant, codenamed the General, kind of clarified things up about the Syracuse incident and kind of let us know that everything is going along on schedule and that we can just continue on, but we can't let anybody know that we're working with them.
Have you talked to Dr. Swanson yet about the space shuttle mission?
No, I haven't. Professor Henderson's going to do that. Yeah, so how are things coming out of your end?
Well, things here are really shaping up well. As soon as you guys get back, we'll be ready to go with it.
Roger that, Dr. Clark. Let's go ahead and rendezvous at Checkpoint Chicky, check that, Checkpoint Pace Me on Thursday at 0900. Golden out.
Well, Clyde, looks like Claude has everything in hand.
Yeah.
Can I borrow the headphones? And I think it's time to check in with Dr. Harry Swanson for a progress report.
Okay, let me swing the satellite around for NASA's communications uplink.
Yeah, he's in Titusville right now.
Yeah. Okay, should be good to go.
Thanks. Mercury Saturn, Unit 053, come in. Unit 462, Voyager Capricorn. Come in, please. Dr. Swanson, you there? It's Dave Henderson.
Hello, Unit 462, Voyager Capricorn. Dr. Swanson speaking.
Dr. Swanson, this is Professor Henderson. Yeah, we left Washington about 8 hours ago. We're just outside of capital of West Virginia.
Hello, Professor Henderson. The Pentagon advised me you'd be calling.
Update us, Doctor. Did the necessary payload get secreted on board of the space shuttle launch as we had planned?
Yeah, Professor Henderson, everything is going according to plan. Our units will be in place by tomorrow evening. We have had some problems obtaining the necessary equipment from NASA without them realizing what we're doing. Yeah, little do they know. But the last space shuttle payload that we put in orbit, which we had told them specifically that it was secret military spy satellite. Yeah, but it was in reality a refractory image teleporter, which will aid us in tracking incoming UFOs. Yeah, and it also will help us to communicate with them.
Dr. Swanson, our picture's starting to break up. Must be getting some satellite interference somewhere. Dr. Swanson, picture's starting to break up a little bit. Must be getting some kind of satellite interference in these darn hills here in West Virginia. At any rate, we'll talk to you again tomorrow night after our mission is accomplished. 10-4?
Yes, Professor Henderson. I'll talk to you tomorrow night at our intergalactical party. We're going to make history.
That's right.
After communicating with Dr. Swanson and our fellow paranormal investigator, Dr. Claude Clark, we proceeded through the early evening towards the rural section of West Virginia. The sky became overcast through the mountains, making it darker than what it really was. We proceeded onward towards our destination and hopeful rendezvous to make contact with aliens from outer space. But then, out of nowhere, something unexpected happened. As I was driving along the rural roads, flashes of light blinded our vehicle, and suddenly a bright saucer, streaked across right in front of our vehicle. I awoke, stunned. I was no longer in the U-Haul. I was in a creek bed. My nose was bleeding. looked at the watch and realized that it was an hour later than when I was in the U-Haul. I cannot imagine what happened to this missing time, so I decided to communicate with Dr. Golden.
Professor, come in. This is Professor Henderson. Professor Henderson, come in. Dr. Golden, come in. Clyde, answer me. Come in.
Calling NASA.
Come in.
Still confused over where I was and the fact that an hour was missing from my life, not knowing what happened to me or who took me to that isolated spot. I decided to walk and try to get in contact with Dr. Golden or Dr. Clark.
Anybody here? Hello, anybody here?
Anybody live here, little fella? Huh? Who lives here? Where they at?
Maybe they're out back.
Hey, you farmer! Sir! You live in the farmhouse back here?
Oh, thank God you came. You wouldn't believe the stuff's been going on around here. I've been looking for somebody to see if they had any experiences, the same as I have.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Professor Dave Henderson.
J.D. Deere.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Deere. Hey, listen, do you have a phone in the farmhouse I saw back? I get a hold of the authorities.
Well, we do have a phone, but ever since those lights, it's been dead. We've been seeing some strange lights for the past couple days, and ever since we started seeing those lights.
Lights in the sky?
Yes, exactly, lights in the sky.
What do you mean, exactly? What do you mean by lights in the sky? Mr. Deere, tell me about those lights in the sky.
Well, these lights started happening, you know, everything just seemed to have cut off. And all my electricity, my phone, I can't get a hold of nobody. Fire company won't come out because I don't know. Well, these lights started coming out of the sky. Me and my wife was out milking cows and the goats and the chicken. Well, we don't milk chickens. Out there milking the cows, and then all of a sudden these lights from nowhere just came down upon us. We looked up and we're like, oh Lord, what is that?
This is at nighttime, these lights?
This is at nighttime and lit up like the daytime. I don't know why. We went out there and looked at them, and we ran into the house scared. We noticed the cattle and the horses were all running around like there was no tomorrow. So we don't know what it was, but ever since that time, with the lights in the sky, nothing has worked. My tractors are dead too.
Sure, you're telling me that some of your cattle have been mutilated in the last day or two?
Yes, exactly. Some of my cow has been mutilated. Like for instance, this cow here, Bessie, like from around the shoulder and the head. Oh, watch it down, Bessie. Now came around and it was like clean cut. You know, you figure like an animal might have mutilated it and ripped it apart, but it was clean cuts. Even got the tenderloin.
No blood or anything?
No blood. It was all like, what do you call it, cauterized, you know.
Cauterized, yes.
Yes, and no blood.
Are these lights in the sky? You've seen those only at nighttime then?
Exactly. I've seen them only at nighttime.
Because it's almost dusk right now. Well, this is quite a coincidence in what you're telling me because it fits into the reason I'm here. I'll have to explain all this later. What's important now, it's almost dusk.
And shortly after dusk, you say, is when you've seen these glowing discs in the sky?
Yes, it's just shortly after dusk, but it hasn't happened in a couple of days, but I'm thinking they're going to be back.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, let's quickly get to your farmhouse.
Oh, we can do that.
And perhaps I can jerry-rig that telephone because I've got to get a hold of authorities real quick.
Well, if you can fix it, let's do it.
Okay. Dr. Golden, come in. It's Professor Henderson. Over. Dr. Golden, come in. It's Professor Henderson. Do you read me?
Professor Henderson? Professor Henderson? Professor Henderson, this is Dr. Golden. Are you there? Oh, man. What the hell was that? Professor Henderson, come in. This is Dr. Golden. Where is he? Oh, man. Where? Gosh. What time? This can't be right. Professor Henderson! Where are you? A farmhouse. All right.
It's almost dark now. I'm glad we're here at your farmhouse.
Yes. Look, right there. Those are them dang lights again.
That's a flying saucer. Is that what you've been seeing the last few
Those
nights?
are exactly what I've been seeing. How they're flashing around.
What the? Oh my God. Professor Henderson.
Clyde, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Man, thank God.
What happened?
Man, I'm glad you're okay. I don't know. I woke up in the field here, and it was 2 hours from the time when we were in the U-Haul truck.
I just woke up in the truck and couldn't find nothing. I look at my watch and what? I just don't understand it.
You see that thing in the sky?
Yes, I did. Right when I was coming around the fence.
Mr. Deere here. This is his farmhouse.
Hi,
We gotta
Mr.
get inside.
Deere.
Come on,
All
let's
right,
go.
let's go. Oh.
Look, it looks like it's getting ready to land right on.
Yeah.
Getting ready to land right above that.
Okay, quick, inside. Let's get inside.
Good morning, guys. Watch your step now.
Yeah,
Boy,
stay back, kids.
Hope my wife's okay. She's terrified of these saucers.
Well, she's got a good reason to be.
Oh, this one.
Oh, Charles, I'm so glad you're home. That spaceship is out there again, and I'm so scared they're going to take my children. I can't take it.
You're not going to take the children because I'm here and we got people from professionals that'll help us take care of this problem. The spaceships will go away. We'll make them go away.
Hi, Mrs. Deere. I'm Professor Dave Henderson. This is Dr. Clyde Golden. We're working with the government. Please stay calm. I assure you that we're going to do everything in our power to keep you and your family safe. Okay, briefly, can you tell me what you've witnessed the last couple nights here?
Joe, tell them what you saw out your bedroom window.
Come on. Come on, tell me, honey. What did you see the last 2 nights?
This. Oh, you got the other one. It's my alien going to
What did you see in the sky?
This spaceship,
A spaceship.
yes, it went beyond the trees.
Beyond the trees? And what else did you see?
What alien coming to break me?
Into your bedroom?
Yeah.
When the alien was in your room, did it try to communicate with you? What did it do?
Oh, there's a light. Look at her.
want you to take the children, take them upstairs to the room, lock the doors, and we're going to try to handle this as best as we can.
Okay, Hunter.
So just go, you'll all be all right. Take the kids upstairs.
Come on, Dis.
All right, guys, come on. Let's see what we can do with these saucers. All right, well, if you all can handle this, I'm going to be with my family. Make sure they're all right and taken care of.
That's quite all right, dear. That's one quick thing, Mr. Deer. Let us know, yell down if the alien face appears at your window or in your room upstairs.
Oh, believe me, somebody's going to yell if I see that thing.
Maybe more than one of them, but let us know if you have the physical presence of that alien in your house upstairs.
Oh, we will. Okay. All right.
All right, Clyde, things have changed, obviously. I've tried and I can't get a hold of Claude and the NASA scientists. As you know, we had planned to rendezvous and make contact for the first time with aliens tomorrow night. Things have went haywire. Deer and his family have had sightings the last 2 nights, and now we have aliens outside of the house.
Yeah, that's probably why we can't get through. It's just throwing the RF all wacky.
We have 2 things to concern ourselves. One's the safety of Deer's family, obviously, but now they're here. Do you think it's possible to move up our plans one day and you mind meld and try to communicate with the aliens?
I don't know. I normally have to physically get ready for this sort of thing, but since they're here now, you know, I should go check on Deer's wife.
Well, Clyde, you know that's true. She is quite an attractive farm woman. But let's get back to the matter at hand here. You're the only one that has the mental ability, due to your psychic powers, to possibly communicate with a being from another planet.
I'm ready.
Let's see if we can do that.
Let's do it. I'll run out back here and see what's out.
I'll check the front and make sure
Okay.
Deer's family's okay.
Okay.
I'll tell his wife you said hi.
Okay, thank you. So it's true. What are you telling me? Wait. My name is Dr. Clyde Golden, and I represent the people of the Earth and the space agency NASA. And we've gotten your communications and your radio transmissions, and we've been trying to make friendly contact. But the transmissions we were able to decode mentioned that we were supposed to meet at the rendezvous point in Bexley, West Virginia tomorrow. Why have you decided to appear here now? And are you responsible for these cattle mutilations? Okay, so we know that you've been making contacts on this planet since back in the 40s at Roswell and all the other incidents. Why now do you decide to finally come forth and make the contact, and what's your purpose now?
Clyde. Clyde, you okay? Are you alright?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah.
Dr. Gold later told me a fantastic encounter with an alien from outer space. He told me he communicated with mental telepathy. We stood in the wilderness of West Virginia watching a bright, glowing disc-shaped object disappear in the night sky. But we know someday they will return to communicate with us again. And what of the warning they left us? We will pass that on to NASA.
Hey, you farmer. Hey, sir.
Oh, it's about time. I've been looking for somebody. I got some problems here.
Hey, you, sir. Sir, you live in the farmhouse?
You were wrong.
You didn't know us.
These lights started coming out of the sky. Me and my wife was out milking the cows and the goats and the chicken. Well, we don't milk chickens, but anyway, we was out there doing all that. I missed that on Jeopardy.
Hope you enjoyed our movie offering today. Some of the classic Moraine Playhouse theater shows, where we show you both the best and the worst in amateur motion picture making. This is the Creepier. I bid you adieu till next time.